Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena for some Louisburg Hurricanes basketball as they welcome in the 13-5 Cleveland Yetis, and they stand at 5-4 on the season. PD Doors, Craig Green here. Craig, what a great atmosphere to be back here at the home of the Hurricanes. I can't hear you.
All right, feels good to be back here at the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Again, got a matchup of two teams in the top 5 of Region 10. Cleveland coming in 9-4 in Region 10. The Hurricanes 4-3 on the season, 5-4 overall. And of course, got to wonder if the Yetis felt at home seeing some of the snow on the ground still remaining here at Louisburg College. But nevertheless, waiting for some hot basketball action this afternoon to get our doubleheader started.
Yeah, just like you said, we've been off for a couple days with the weather, Craig, and, the Louisburg Hurricanes picked up the big win here at home last week before we were off this past couple days for a game. But, they're playing a well-oiled machine, the Yetis. Like you said, they come in with a great record, 13-5. They played 17 games, 18 games they've played for Louisburg College. They haven't seen that many games as much as the Yetis.
Yeah, Yetis got a lot of experience on the floor. Just like you said, they've played 18 ball games. Louisburg is barely, trying to get themselves into double digits, had some cancellations, some postponements, things of that nature. But, don't mistake the high volume of ball games as better experience or something that's going to be an advantage for Cleveland. I think tonight, what it's really going to come down to for Louisburg is, can they shoot the ball at a higher clip? They're only shooting 36% from the field. Got to shoot a higher clip than that if you're going to beat a team like this coming in, with such a high shooting percentage and field and free throw percentage as well.
One thing that comes to mind, Craig, you said it right there, it's only averaging 67 points per game. And Louisburg just edges them just a little bit, but that's enough to pick up the win. But, one big stat that comes to my mind is 65% from the charity stripe is not something that's, you got a good – yeah, it's more than 50%, but 65% is not that good.
No, you're going to need a little bit more from your players when they get to the line, that's for certain. Louisburg shoots just around 65% themselves. If we're going to be exact, 65.6. They're going to have to shoot at a higher clip, and we did see some of that actually in the last game as well. Jade Clowney, 11 of 12 from the line against Catawba Valley. So that right there is an example that they can get it done from the line when they have the opportunities. Can they do it more consistently is the question.
That's one thing with Jade Clowney. She's the smallest guard we've seen so far this season, but she ain't scared to take it to the hole. No,
Jade Clowney is one of the best players in Region 10. She's averaging just under 13 points a game right now, also averaging just under 3 assists, over 2 steals. Right now, Jade Clowney, a previous starter from last season, 27 to 29 games started, and she's on somewhat of a hot streak. She's had at least 1 3-pointer in the last 7 straight games. So can Jade continue that hot shooting today and lead the Hurricanes over the Yetis? Time will tell.
Time will tell. We're 154 away from getting started here inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. PD Doors, Craig Green here, Louisburg Sports Network. We'll return right after a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Louisburg Basketball on Louisburg Sports Network.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Years 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom.
Today's game is brought to you by High Level Media NC, your home for amateur, high school, collegiate, and semi-professional sports live streaming. Why stream? Friends and family can watch the game from home, and your school or team can boost its online presence. We bring the gear to stream your next game, match, or tournament in high definition. With me, Petey Norris, and my team announcing play-by-play and providing color commentary. How do you get a hold of High Level Media? Go to highlevelmedianc.com today to fill out the form to get started. High Level Media is your turnkey solution for production, announcing, and online streaming, where athletes become legends.
Easy, boss. It's your first round in a year.
I'm clearing too early. I'm clearing too late. My God, my swing feels like an unfolding lawn chair.
Let's go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro. They have a kind and courteous staff. Our friends from Hillsboro, Durham, and Mebane play there. And they have that great gift shop where you can buy those pink balls you like to play with.
Welcome back to the Louisburg Hurricanes Network. Petey Norris, Craig Green here. We're going to send it to the PA announcer for pregame festivities.
This Saturday afternoon for the women's basketball game between the visiting Yetis of Cleveland Community College and your Louisburg Hurricanes. We ask now that you please rise and join our players and coaches in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starters. First, the Yetis of Cleveland. All right. Number 0, Carrie Lee. Number 10, Sydney Ineste. Number 20, Xiomara Estela. Number 22, Jonah Castillo. And number 24, Jasmine Twitty. The head coach of Cleveland Community College is Scooter Lawrence. And now at guard, number 0, Corey White. Number 1, Carolina Correa. Number 11, Deja Hartsfield. Number 15, Ada Norva Basoria. And number 21, Amaya Griffin. Your Hurricanes are coached by Dennis Gaskins.
Welcome back. As you heard the starters right there for Louisburg to come out with White, Cora, Hartsfield, Basoria, and Griffin.
And for the Cleveland Yetis, they're starting Carrie Lee, Sydney Enste, Xiomara Estela, Yona Castillo, and Jasmine Twitty. And Carrie Lee, wearing the number 0, is my player to watch for Cleveland. 14.5 points a game, 6 rebounds. She shoots 53.8% from long range. You have to mark Agent 0 tonight.
As Cleveland Yetis come out in their black jerseys, Yetis across their chest, home whites for the Canes, and the first possession belonged to the Yetis.
Officials for this afternoon's game, David Gaskins, Jeff Fuller, and Cameron Donaldson.
Great defense for the Canes starting out. They work inside on that weak side, and they get their first bucket. Belongs to Twitty.
Jasmine Twitty, also a player you have to keep your eyes on as well. She averages over 10 points a game as well.
Correa, top of the key, puts up the three, and it's nothing but nylon.
Nice start for the Hurricanes. You know, we talk about their shooting prowess and the ability to hit the three, and they start off with a three-pointer right there. They're shooting just under 25% on the season. But hey, you're 100% right now to get started.
They go back inside to Twitty, and Twitty pushes it back out, and a three for the Yetis come off the mark and right in the hands of Basoria. Basoria nearly has it stolen from behind by Castillo. There's White on the left wing. Yetis pressing it up front, Craig.
You're not giving any space to any Louisburg shooters to start off with, that's for certain. That ball's going to trickle out of bounds and go back to Cleveland.
White couldn't connect from the corner.
We talked about, you know, keys to the game for today. I think rebounding and free throw shooting is going to be the key for Louisburg. Got to win those categories this afternoon.
If you plan on winning this game, you got to win in two or at least three categories to pick up the win. A lead going around the screen and pushes to the left side for Castillo. I tell you, Yetis moving well off the ball, but Hartsfield with the steal. Correction, that was Griffin with the steal. Griffin from the baseline overshoots the goal, but Basoria right there to clean up. Nice pass, and we got a block.
Wow.
Clean block down there on defense for the Yetis.
Good block that time by Carrie Lee.
And we got our first jump ball. The ball will go to Louisburg.
Carrie Lee all over the place. It's one thing she does well. I mean, she's there every woman. Again, 14.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. More than a steal per game as well.
Griffin's
willing defender.
Definitely with that screen as she got a handoff from Correa, and Hartsfield dribbles right out of bounds, and that's a first turnover for the Hurricanes.
Just lost it off of her hand there. Just attacking the basket, just lost the dribble. Maybe the ball could have been a little slippery from the last exchange. Who knows?
3-2, opening up the first possession for both teams, converted on a field goal. Yeti still searching for offensive spark, and Twitty with the only bucket for the Yetis. Twitty with that screen, but driving, and we got an offensive foul. She drops her elbow. Nice way to take it for the team, White.
And first foul on Carrie Lee. Keep our eyes on that. See if Lee can accumulate some fouls. If that happens, and Louisburg may like where they're going to be later in this ball game.
Basoria, we got a whistle. And picking up the foul.
They're going to give it to Jamara Estella. And now we got a sub into the game, Grace East.
Grace East checks in the first time for the Yetis.
Another double-digit per game scorer coming off the bench. 10 points a game for Grace.
Nice roll to the basket for White, and White couldn't get it over to the fingertips of East, and here come the Yetis in transition. Yetis baseline, nice take and nice look by Jonah Castillo. Yetis' first lead.
Slow start by Louisburg now. See if they can generate something offensively. Good shot there.
17-footer too hard off the back of the rim, but nothing but black jerseys underneath. Griffin could have stepped in the passing lane, but let him go, and out of bounds off of the Yetis. 6:15 left in the first quarter. 4-3 Yetis. Coach Gaskins for the Hurricanes still running with the starters. We have a foul. Looks like they're going to give it to Lee for the Yetis.
Quick 2 fouls on essentially their best player. Lee's going to have to be careful here in the rest of the first quarter. Only 4 minutes in, and she's already picked up 2 quick fouls.
Basoria will come into play to Griffin, and Griffin to Correa. Correa wanted at 3, but couldn't get a separation from East. Basoria puts it on the ground. White from the right wing, nothing but nylon.
2 straight threes for Louisburg. You know, we talked about their three-point shooting, talked about their shooting in general, and good way to get started right now. Just took the lead right back.
Lee going around the screen, drops it off to East, and East nearly, and she draws the foul as Correa picking up her first, and that's the team's first.
Too much body by Correa.
Looking like East could have dropped that elbow as she was falling out of bounds, but they give it to the Yetis. Yetis moving well off the ball. 15-footer off the right elbows, nothing but nylon for the Yetis. It's our first tie tonight. Correa. Separation with East and misses the mid-range. Here come the Yetis. Yetis, nice behind the back. Basoria draws the foul. Will send.
It's going to be Carrie Lee. She took the mask off.
That's what I was looking at. Couldn't see the mask. And Carrie Lee going, and we got a media timeout. You're listening and watching Louisburg Sports Network. Craig, we're going to stay right here for the first 5 minutes of action. So far, a lot of empty possession for both teams.
Yeah, it's been back and forth a little bit, but it's been a slow start, just like you said. You know, the good thing for Louisburg is that, you know, the threes they put up have both gone in. So there's a little silver cloud in the line, in the little lining in the silver cloud there. But you know, you want to see a higher volume of taking good shots, and also it just feels like, you know, defensively the Yetis are just clamping down hard and not really giving any space to Louisburg. Maybe they got to move around a little bit more off the ball. You know, maybe set some more screens and free up some shooters.
Yeah, coming in, checking in the game for Louisburg will be Jade Clowney. We see her coming in as she's coming off the bench the last 2 games, as White has been starting in the front court for the Hurricanes, who are 5-4 on the year, looking to get 2 games above 500 before they start a long stretch of road games.
4 straight road games after today for the Hurricanes at Cape Fear on the 29th. Then a rematch with Catawba Valley, another rematch with Wake Tech, and then visiting Fayetteville Tech, trying to get a win back against Fayetteville Tech against the Trojans. Can they do it? Well, time will tell, but you got to get past the Yetis first.
Yetis today, and then back home Monday. That game was rescheduled from this past Wednesday. It's supposed to play against Bryan and Stratton, so they'll be playing against Bryan and Stratton on Louisburg Sports Network on Monday at 5 o'clock. We'll have pregame at 4:40. As Lee.
Forgot about that game.
Lee makes the first for the Yetis. That's her first point tonight. Yetis are perfect from the line on the first trip.
Remember, she picked up 2 quick fouls, too, so, you know, just goes to show the confidence that Scooter Lawrence has keeping her out there.
White all alone for 3, rolls off the rim, but right there to clean it up was Griffin, and she looked like to be fouled, but she doesn't get the call, and it's a turnover.
I think N-State got a clean block on her there. Sydney, at least 6'1" out there, has long arms, was able to extend her arms and, again, affect the shot.
15-footer all left alone for Twitty, and that's Twitty's 4th straight point, biggest lead for the Yetis so far as they stand 10-6. White going baseline, finds Griffin. Griffin to Basoria, working the ball with no defense. White all alone for 3, no, and Griffin with the putback off the glass.
Amaya Griffin's been crashing the boards hard here in this first quarter. Paid dividends that time, got the rebound, got the putback. Here comes McQuisha Patterson to the scorers table too.
Coach Gaskins has a good rotation so far working for the Canes, and we have a whistle. And nearly.
Enstay fell down, and when she hit the deck, she fell and hit the back of the knee of Basoria. Basoria is down in a lot of pain.
I want to take a look. The officials are trying to figure out what is going on and what the call is, as they'll talk at midcourt.
Looked like a loose ball foul at a minimum, and then when Enstay fell, she fell on the back of the leg of Basoria. So that part was unintentional. I think that was just incidental contact. But referees are discussing here at center court in front of the scorers table. Meanwhile, training staff is checking out Basoria, and I think we're looking at her ankle, and she is up, thankfully walking off on her own power.
So it's 10-8. Basoria goes to the sideline to get taped up with that left ankle. She'll be back, I'm sure.
Pretty scary, though. I mean, I'm glad to see she's up and walking off.
Sydney fell right on her leg, and Sydney took it to the abdominal area. So it's going to be Canes' ball.
It was kind of like a domino effect in a way. So Q Patterson's in the game.
We got a turnover. Louisburg's 3rd turnover here in the first half, and capitalizing on a turnover to Yetis.
I believe that was Twitty again.
And Hartsfield answers at the other end for the Hurricanes.
You got to get them back as quickly as you possibly can. Don't sit there. Don't let their sit. Don't sit on it and try to work her up the field.
East was left all alone, but Ross gets the interception and a turnover, and back up Twitty.
Twitty's been a force here in this first quarter.
Louisburg with 4 turnovers so far in the first quarter. Hartsfield right wing 3, no, and Twitty with the rebound. Jasmine Twitty, the player to watch so far for the Yetis here in the first quarter. 19 on the shot clock. East wanted at 3, steps in deep 2, high off the glass and right in the hands of Hartsfield. 14-10. Hartsfield for 3 with a great shot. Off the mark, Griffin pats it out right in the hands of East.
Yeah, Patterson, she's looking to continue her hot streak of three-point shooting. She's made 6 consecutive three-pointer, 3 in 6 consecutive games. Looking for number 7, just came up short that time.
Twitty moving with the ball and splashes it home.
Again, Twitty is hot right now, picking up the slack. Again, Carrie Lee, the leading scorer for the team, but right now, Jasmine Twitty up to 12.
12 the team, 16. Clowney nearly walks, but Griffin with the elbow shot right in the hands of Lee.
Griffin's taking some good shots out there, just not connecting like she wants to.
16-10. Baseline move, drops her elbow, and
Good defense that time by Amaya Griffin.
Clowney straight to the cup, looking to draw the foul. She doesn't get a call as Adams checks in for White.
Well, it's going to be a turnover, and turnover number 5 for Louisburg unofficially.
Louisburg comes out at a 3 full court press. 3-1-1.
Adams, Patterson, and Clowney all up there pressing the ball.
Great defense by Clowney to steal it right out of the back of the hands of Ross.
Just picked her pocket.
Adams wanted that 3, but puts it on the floor. 19 on the shot clock. Clowney mid-range, good for 2.
Jay Clowney turning defense into offense for herself and for her teammates.
East looking for help. Feeds Twitty. Twitty double team back in the East. And we got a deflection off of Griffin. Great defense by Amaya Griffin.
Nice tight coverage out there. Not giving any space to the ball handler.
32 seconds left. 15 separate shot clock and the game clock. Lee to the cup. Gets a little love from the rim. Extends the lead to 6.
Had to get the hit ball over the outstretched arm of Griffin. Good defense again, but better shot by Lee.
Correa will look to start the second quarter as she gets pulled from the table. Clowney for 3. I almost had it rim in. Lee with 2 seconds puts it up and over the goal, and that's the end of the first. We'll return with quarter number 2 right after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the Roger G. Taylor Arena. PD Norris, Craig Green here. 18-12 after the first quarter of action. A lot of turnovers so far for both teams, a lot of empty possessions. Biggest lead in the first quarter has been 6, as it was 16-10, the Yetis.
Felt like something was left out there on the court by the Hurricanes. They had a couple of some really good looks in the first quarter, just couldn't knock down the shots.
So the Yetis with the ball to start the second quarter, and turnover Yetis. It's 4 turnovers in the first half. Adams straight to the cup, puts it up. Little love off the window and couldn't pull it in as Ross comes down with the rebound.
That's exactly what I'm saying right there. Really good looks, just can't score.
Clowney is right on the hip of Lee. She's forcing her left side. Nice pass for Castillo, and we have a late whistle. We'll send Lee to the line.
Yeah, Lee scores the bucket and then draws the foul on Clowney at the same time. So bucket in the bruises, and now here comes a free throw for Carrie Lee.
She misses the free throw. Coming down with a loose ball free throw is Patterson.
They're wanting
A lot of whistles,
yeah,
a lot of fouls, and not enough whistles.
that time you could hear the Hurricane bench asking for the foul call. Looks like they got it against Alexandria Castillo. First time up, it was Cogdell going up, and she was fouled. Second time, they called it on when Patterson went up.
Patterson missing the free throws. Missing the first, makes the second. We got a substitution for the Yetis.
Here comes Jonah Castillo back into the game for Cleveland. So Cleveland running with Lee Castillo, Twitty,
And Castillo.
and Grace East, as well as Alexandria Castillo.
Patterson with the foul for the Canes.
Coach Gaskins asking what the call was and was told it was a hold.
Get it into East, and East all alone with a three. Misses a three, but Patterson with the rebound. Patterson finds her guard, Clowney, and Clowney cross-court pass. Patterson all alone for three, too hard, and
That shot was really good.
Cogdale did not even leave the floor for the rebound for the Canes. Castillo drives, looking to draw the foul. Her sister picks up the rebound, and the Yetis reset the offense. Castillo popping in a high post. All Yetis moving, no Canes moving on defense. East driving around Pat Correa, gets the and one. And nice take for East.
With 2 on the shot clock as well. Grace East gets to the bucket, finishes, and now she will have an opportunity to make it 3.
Grace East, the old-fashioned and one, extends the lead to 10.
You got 3 on 1. You got to score here.
Clowney, nice feed from Adams to Clowney.
A lot of that was caused by East trying to jump in the passing lane. She missed completely. That left 3 on 1 down there for the Hurricanes.
Clowney slows it down at midcourt. Cogdale with the screens. Cogdale rolling. She didn't get a pass to her. Patterson, 14 on the shot clock. Adams to Patterson. Patterson, nice fake, steps in. Long 2, no. And Lee with the rebound.
Didn't like the follow through on the shot when she took it. Seemed like she kind of rushed the shot a little. Had a good look, but just rushed the follow through and the release. Perhaps she was sensing the defense coming to try to block the shot.
Lee goes to that corner, but finds East. East to Castillo, and we got a steal.
Go Q.
Here we go, Q Patterson for 2.
Beautifully done by Maquisha Patterson. Steps in the passing lane, intercepts the pass, takes it to the crib, and finishes.
23-17, 7:03 left. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network. We'll return after a word from our sponsors. Today's game is brought to you by High Level Media NC, your home for amateur, high school, collegiate, and semi-professional sports live streaming. Why stream? Friends and family can watch the game from home, and your school or team can boost its online presence. We bring the gear to stream your next game, match, or tournament in high definition. With me, Petey Norris, and my team announcing play-by-play and providing color commentary. How do you get a hold of High Level Media? Go to highlevelmedianc.com today to fill out the form to get started. High Level Media is your turnkey solution for production, announcing, and online streaming, where athletes become legends. Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena, 23-17. The Louisburg Hurricanes trail the Cleveland Yetis on Louisburg Sports Network. PD Doors, Craig Green here. Currently a 4-0 run for the Hurricanes, getting a turnover. Nice 3-on-1 movement from Adams to Clowney, and Clowney picks up 2.
And we're starting to see the Hurricanes trying to turn some of that defense into offense. I mean, they're one of the better defensive teams in Region 10. I mean, right now they force opponents into more than 24 turnovers a game. They steal the ball away about 12 and a half times every game. So, you know, what they need to do is continue that defensive pressure, but then when they get that extra possession, you've got to cash it in for points.
Yetis unofficially have 5 turnovers, so do the Canes. Canes come out on defense in a full-court press with the Yetis. Yetis come out with Castillo, Lee, along with East and Twitty. Telegraphed the pass, and Adams should have grabbed it, but she tries to pitch it back. She's not falling out of bounds. Why would she do that?
I think she was trying to tap the ball up front to Cogdale. She thinks she saw Cogdale up there and was trying to clear the ball onto their side of the court. Good idea, just didn't work out the way she wanted it to.
Yetis working aside to Twitty backing down Cogdale. Double dribbles, travels, whatever you want to call it, but they didn't call it in the blue. And it's a turnover. Ball does not lie. Here come the Canes.
That time Adams is able to grab it.
Clowney, nice behind the back, feeds Cogdale, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, Cogdale didn't see the pass coming. Another good idea, just didn't execute it the way you wanted to. And here comes Amaya Griffin for Cogdale.
Cogdale on offense, her feet's not getting off the floor for the rebounds, so they have to pull her out and put Griffin in. 6:18 on the clock in the first half. Yetis with a 6-point lead.
Louisburg playing with 3 forwards. You got Correa, Patterson, and Griffin out there.
Castillo, long 3. Couldn't connect. No one underneath but the white jerseys for the rebound. Need a stop. Need a offensive possession here on the defensive stop. Clowney in the corner. No. Overshoots the rim right in the hands of Castillo. Seems like the Yetis aren't pressuring the perimeter shooting by the Canes so far. They're not stepping up on defense. Just no, and as she telegraphed the back door, but Twitty, 3 passes and a bucket right there for the Yetis.
14 points for Jasmine Twitty. She's clearly been the star of this game in the early going.
14 of the team's 25. She's nearly outscored the Canes. Adams driving around to Castillo, puts up 1. High off the window, it doesn't fall.
Foul.
5:17 left. First half. Adams will go to the line.
Adams shoots 70% from the free throw line.
She leaves the first on the rim. 25-17 and make it 18. (25-18). 5:17 left in the first half. Coach Scooty Lawrence for the Yetis asking a question from one of the officials as he's walking down the court. Castillo on the right wing. As they feed Twitty down low. Twitty is guarded tightly by Griffin. Nice backdoor cut, but she didn't fall through as Twitty's pass was intercepted. And we got 2 turnovers back-to-back. Both teams playing sloppy. 7 turnovers. Castillo gets to feed and misses the layup.
It's been just, something that we've seen, a lot is just having a hard time handling the basketball. Sometimes the passes come in a moment's notice. Players aren't prepared for it. They don't see it coming, and, the pass will kind of fumble out of their hands, or even sometimes hands will get in there and deflect passes too as well. 20 on the shot clock, asked for and given.
Lee rifles one over to the right wing and airballs the 3. .434 left first half. Down by 7. Adams shaking and baking, left wing, 3, nothing but nylon.
That was a
Clowney.
good looking 3 off the hands of Jade Clowney. Good job dribble penetration by Samaya Adams. Finds Clowney in the corner, knocks it down.
6-point deficit. Correction, 4-point deficit. 25-21. .351 left. Clowney shaking a bait, splits the defenders, draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. And Lee asking for some forgiveness. Picks up her third.
Referee pointed right at her. He said, "It's on you."
And that's her third.
Yep, she's going to have to probably take a seat. I'm pretty sure Scooter Lawrence is, and that's what's going to happen as N-State comes back in. And Scooter Lawrence is going to try to save Lee for the second half here.
White will rush to the table. They'll go small guards up front. 3 by Clowney is off the mark. And a turnover. That's the 8th turnover by the Yetis. Griffin to Patterson. Patterson's cross-court pass to Correa, and it's stabbed out of bounds by the Yetis.
Adams out, White in for the Hurricanes.
4-point game, 3:29 left first half. White, Correa, Patterson, Clowney, and Griffin for the Canes. Correa baseline cut off, but stops and pops the shot anyway.
At that time, you can see Correa, she was trying to, lull Mackenzie Ross to sleep. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Put up the mid-range jump shot, knocked it down. All right, we've got a bench warning has been given now to Scooter Lawrence and Cleveland.
He's questioned every call down the court. Every time they've come by, he's questioned. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before this. The 3:10 mark, we got a bench warning on coach for the Yetis, Scooter Lawrence.
Lewisburg fighting their way back into the ball game.
Down
Some
by
of
2.
that could be, playing into the questioning of what's been happening. But to be quite fair here, there's a foul. This time goes against Amaya Griffin. But to be fair here as well, we've seen plenty of contact on the Canes' offensive side of the floor. And here comes Ada Onorve Basoria coming back into the game. Thank goodness.
Basoria has a seat, and Basoria will come in for Clowney.
Well, we've seen plenty of contact on the Canes' offensive side of the floor with no calls.
Castillo makes the first, misses the second, and Griffin with a rebound. 3 minutes left. Basoria, right wing on that baseline, and we got a foul. And picking up the foul is going to be on.
It's going to be Jamara Estella with the foul. That's number 2 on Estella.
I thought they rung it up East, and East weren't even out there.
He had a 2, but he had a 0 on the other hand. Had the fist for the 0 there, so he gave it to 20. And that time, Jonah Castillo almost stole the ball.
Basoria all alone for 3 and makes them pay.
That's what a way to re-announce yourself into this ball game. 3-point basket, now a turnover.
26 apiece, 2:38. 9 turnovers for the Yetis.
East will come in for Estella. So 2 is in the game, 20 is now out.
14-2 run in the quarter. Correction, 14-6.
Either way, it's impressive by the Hurricanes. Seems like they're starting to find their stroke a little bit here in the second quarter. 14 points here in the second.
Both teams 8 turnovers so far. Shot was off the mark, but Basoria pulling it down. Basoria 1-on-4, takes it herself, looking for the foul, doesn't get the call. But Basoria fights, and we got a jump ball, and it goes to the Yetis.
Yeah, Basoria fighting hard. She had a head of steam down court, tried to draw the contact.
Correction,
Didn't
it
get
goes
it.
with the Hurricanes. That's right, Yetis got it coming out in the second period.
But good job by Basoria to keep the possession alive for Louisburg. 29 on the shot clock. They're saying reset it all the way.
Fresh 30 on the clock as Basoria ties up the ball and gets it back for the Canes. Looking for a foul as she hit the floor. White, but Basoria with the offensive board. Looking for their first lead in the second period and doesn't get it on the Patterson's missed 3. And Griffin fighting, and we got a jump ball.
This time it'll go to Cleveland. Enstay and Griffin on the floor together, tussling for the basketball. Final 2 minutes of this first half. I think Coach Gaskins is going to be pleased with his team's fight, his team's effort to get back in this ballgame.
The Canes on a 14-8 run here, outscoring the Yetis, and the Yetis with their 9th turnover.
And the passing is not crisp. The nonverbal communication by Cleveland is just not there. That's why we're seeing so many errant passes just dribbling, just trickling out of bounds.
Yetis 13-5 on the season. Canes 5-4, looking to give the Yetis their 6th loss of the season. Tied at 26 with a minute 20 left. Twitty from the corner. No, Basoria with a flat-footed rebound and hands it off to Correa. Correa sprinting in, stops right in front of East and kiss off the window. No, and East with the long rebound. Crossing a minute left, and East is fouled by Carolina Correa.
That's 2 on Correa. And looks like we have free throws coming. And we do. Here goes East to the line for 2.
One minute on the clock, East.
Only a 45% free throw shooter.
Misses the first. Only got 3 points today in the first half for East, but it's been all Twitty. Twitty with 14 of the team's 26, and she's been at 14 for about 5 minutes now. East makes the second. Gives the Yetis a 1-point advantage.
Last minute here. Can the Hurricanes close it out strong, go into the locker room with the lead?
White got trapped down low, but out finds Basoria. Griffin over the towers, dribbles off of her foot.
No, I think it was knocked out of her hand by Enstay.
Okay.
Looks like the official pointed Louisburg basketball. 19 on the shot clock after the offensive rebound.
Looked like she went and put it right on the floor, and that's when it went out of bounds.
I thought I saw the same thing too, and then I was checking the official on the baseline over there, and he said white ball.
Basoria comes into Correa. Correa for 3, no. Long rebound to White. White steps in, 15-footer, nothing but nylon. White coming in, the freshman from Texas.
They transferred from Lamar University.
And the Yetis answer back.
It's Twitty again. This should be the last possession of the first half here. No real need to press the issue.
Down by 1, you want to get a bucket. Correa to Patterson. Patterson for 3. Just like that, the first one to go wild. 31-29 at halftime. The Louisburg Hurricanes take the lead on the Patterson's 3. We'll return with stats, facts, and figures of the first half after a word from our sponsors.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom my.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health. So we always keep you well informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom my.
Today's game is brought to you by High Level Media NC, your home for amateur, high school, collegiate, and semi-professional sports live streaming. Why stream? Friends and family can watch the game from home, and your school or team can boost its online presence. We bring the gear to stream your next game, match, or tournament in high definition. With me, Petey Norris, and my team announcing play-by-play and providing color commentary. How do you get a hold of High Level Media? Go to highlevelmedianc.com today to fill out the form to get started. High Level Media is your turnkey solution for production, announcing, and online streaming, where athletes become legends.
Easy, boss. It's your first round in a year.
I'm clearing too early. I'm clearing too late. My God, my swing feels like an unfolding lawn chair.
Let's go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsborough. They have a kind and courteous staff. Our friends from Hillsborough, Durham, and Mebane play there. And they have that great gift shop where you can buy those pink balls you like to play with. You can get your head right.
My head's never gotten in the way before.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsborough, located on Lawrence Road in Hillsborough. Call 919-732-3435.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom my.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health. So we always keep you well informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom my.
Today's game is brought to you by High Level Media NC, your home for amateur, high school, collegiate, and semi-professional sports live streaming. Why stream? Friends and family can watch the game from home, and your school or team can boost its online presence. We bring the gear to stream your next game, match, or tournament in high definition. With me, Petey Norris, and my team announcing play-by-play and providing color commentary. How do you get a hold of High Level Media? Go to highlevelmedianc.com today to fill out the form to get started. High Level Media is your turnkey solution for production, announcing, and online streaming, where athletes become legends.
Easy, boss. It's your first round in a year.
I'm clearing too early. I'm clearing too late. My God, my swing feels like an unfolding lawn chair.
Let's go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro. They have a kind and courteous staff. Our friends from Hillsboro, Durham, and Mebane play there. And they have that great gift shop where you can buy those pink balls you like to play with. You can get your head right.
My head's never gotten in the way before.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro, located on Lawrence Road in Hillsboro. Call 919-732-3435.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom my.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health. So we always keep you well informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom ma.
Today's game is brought to you by High Level Media NC, your home for amateur, high school, collegiate, and semi-professional sports live streaming. Why stream? Friends and family can watch the game from home, and your school or team can boost its online presence. We bring the gear to stream your next game, match, or tournament in high definition. With me, Petey Norris, and my team announcing play-by-play and providing color commentary. How do you get a hold of High Level Media? Go to highlevelmedianc.com today to fill out the form to get started. High Level Media is your turnkey solution for production, announcing, and online streaming, where athletes become legends.
Easy, boss. It's your first round in a year.
I'm clearing too early. I'm clearing too late. My God, my swing feels like an unfolding lawn chair.
Let's go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro. They have a kind and courteous staff. Our friends from Hillsboro, Durham, and Mebane play there. And they had that great gift shop where you can buy those pink balls you like to play with. You can get your head right.
My head's never gotten in the way before.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro, located on Lawrence Road in Hillsboro. Call 919-732-3435.
Listen and imagine.
Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena, 31-29. Patterson's three put the Hurricanes up at the end of the first half over the Yetis for their second lead of tonight's matchup against the Cleveland Yetis. Petey Norris, Craig Green here, Louisburg Sports Network. Craig, in the first quarter, I tell you, it looked like the show of Twitty, Jasmine Twitty. You know, she went crazy in the first quarter with 14 points. In the second quarter, she just had 2 points.
Yep, she was the leading scorer for both teams. 16 of the 29 points for the Yetis in the first half, and again, 12 in the first quarter, 4 in the second. And then we start to see players start to try to grow into the game, but really, she's been the catalyst for this game, and for the Yetis. I mean, the second leading scorer behind her is Carrie Lee with 6 points. Then Grace East with 4, and Jonah Castillo with 3 points herself. But again, it's been more of Twitty, but you can't forget about Carrie Lee. Just because she's only sitting on 6 points doesn't mean that she can't grow into this game.
Exactly. For the Louisburg Hurricanes, you know, well spread on offense from everybody.
Pretty much you get contributions from all across the board. I mean, Coach Gaskin's playing a deep rotation today. Right now, leading scorer for the Hurricanes is Carolina Correa with 8 points, Jade Clowney with 7, and Q Patterson with 6. After that, Corey White with 4 first half points, a 3-pointer in the first quarter and a free throw in the second. But again, you know, it's been a tale of 2 quarters really for Louisburg. PD, first quarter just 12 points, look lethargic, look behind. Behind the curve a little bit, so to speak. Second quarter come out defensively clamping down, executing better on offense. They outscore the Yetis 19-11 in the second quarter. Come out of the locker room with a 2-point lead. Now, can they continue that trend here in the third? We'll see.
You know, teams tend to trend what they did in the first quarter, in the third quarter, in the second quarters, in the fourth quarter. But, you know, right now with a 2-point lead, you know that you can get ahead of this team. And right now, you got a lead on them. Yeah, it's a small lead. It's not a big marginal lead, but you have to keep the gas pedal to the floor.
That's right. You got to stay on them, and you have to continue the pressure defensively. You got to continue to move without the basketball, get those rebounds, and create second chances offensively. You know, we talk about the shooting for the Hurricanes. I think they can really help themselves by crashing the offensive boards and taking advantage of second chances, as well as continuing to force the Yetis into turnovers. I've got them for 12 first-half turnovers unofficially right now, and Louisburg can really cash in and put this game, they can put this game to bed here if they can continue to take advantage of getting the takeaways and scoring on them.
Yes, with 12 turnovers, that really that really stepped it up from the first quarter. First quarter, they only had 5. In the second quarter, it ended up with 7, and that's where the big difference is. Louisburg tracked down at one point, it was a 10-point lead Yetis. Louisburg tracked it all the way down from 23-13 to take the lead and to tie it at 26. And then the Yetis went back up with a free throw and back and forth until a 3 at the end right there, right before the half. But, we're 19 seconds away for starting the third quarter, and the Yetis come to the court and the Canes come to the court to start the second half. The Canes come out with Basoria, Correa, White, Hartsfield, and Griffin.
That's their starting lineup that they started with. For the Yetis, they'll come out with Shamara Estella, number 20, out there, as well as Carrie Lee. They'll start as well with Jonah Castillo, Sydney Enstay, and looks like they'll come out with their full starting lineup as well, including Jasmine Twitty, the Danger Woman, number 24.
Patterson trapped off in the corner, out to Correa. Rifles one across court to Basoria, and she turns it over to start the half for their 9th turnover. Just 18 seconds off the clock, and Lee starts the second half without the mask once again. The lady behind the mask in the first half picked up 3 fouls. Castillo driving, high kiss off the window, and a putback, and Griffin fights and falls to the floor and comes out with the ball to Canes.
Castillo was trying to ask for a travel call, but honestly, there was a foul on the Yetis before that wasn't called.
Hartsfield, nice take, and Hartsfield too hard on the turnaround jump shot. Castillo brings it up, 1-on-4, and right wing 3 for the Yetis. Couldn't hit the mark, and Twitty looking like she wanted to chase that one down, but she was like, I'm not getting that one.
Yeah, Stella's long-range attempt caromed off the rim at a funky angle, and it went out of bounds.
Just underway here. We got a doubleheader tonight as the Guilford College Titans match up with the Louisburg Hurricanes at the conclusion of this game.
And they are in the building, Petey. I saw them sitting on the visitor side behind the Yeti bench before the end of the first half.
And the Yetis get the chance after the Canes come up short. Twitty straight to the cup. Doesn't use the backboard at all. It picks up 2 as she blows past the defense to tie it up.
And Twitty once again making her presence felt.
White couldn't connect from the 3, and we got a loose ball foul underneath.
We get that one to Enstay. That's our first. Griffin again doing a really good job underneath, crashing the boards. I mean, Amaya Griffin averaging over 6 rebounds a game. Last game she had 7 points and 8 rebounds against Catawba Valley.
Griffin too hard on the free throw.
Yeah, Griffin not a very good free throw shooter. Don't know how else to say it, Petey. She's 45% from the line.
Misses both of them. Instay with a rebound.
And those aren't bad looking strokes either.
A little too hard on the first, and the second one is rims out, and just like that one did for the Yetis, Estella misses the 3. They get a rebound out to Twitty. Twitty double.
They wanted 20. It should have been 20 on the shot clock.
Yeah.
It was reset to 30. Understandably so, the ball was loose, it came back, so there it is, 17 on the shot clock. They got what they wanted.
18:08 left. Twitty in the backcourt to Lee. Just 14 on the shot clock as Castillo goes around the screen. So Twitty was cutting the baseline, but her back. And Correa with the steal. 2-on-1. Basoria lays it up, misses. As she couldn't get enough of it as Lee go behind the back, fakes it, and leads Griffin, and Lee with 2.
And there's Carrie Lee. Again, don't think she won't grow into this ball game just because she was sitting on 6 points in the first half.
Correa to Hartsfield. Hartsfield steps in for a 2, too hard, and Griffin to White. White penetrates, and with a big rebound, White steps back, and Instay with a block. Castillo looking ahead to Twitty.
3 chances by the Hurricanes there.
And we got a foul, offensive
screen.
foul, and it was Jonah Castillo.
Yeah, moving screen, PD, on that.
As she
screen
hands
attempt.
it off to Twitty. One turnover here in the second half for the Canes, and they trail by 2 as Basori on the left wing. Basori double teamed. Rifles one across court. Baseline shot for White off the mark. Instay with the rebound. And here come the Yetis. Twitty.
Hartsfield was kind of asking for that foul. She had started guarding her about 35 feet away from the basket. Referee let it go the first time around. Then the second contact she made with her, that's when he blew the whistle. So credit Hartsfield. That's going to be foul number 1 on her.
Great defense is Correa with the steal on the inbound. Correa switches hands, gets the love off the rim, but you could have seen Miss Coach Gaskins. He was putting enough English on his body to bring it back in.
And, you know, Carolina Correa averaging about 2.5 steals a game and over 12.5 points a game, doing what she does best. Now, Basoria.
Drawing the foul. It's our 4th tie tonight.
We got free throws coming.
Jonah Castillo makes the first.
Castillo, PD, she shoots 78%, almost 79% from the free throw line.
Twitty's played almost all 24 minutes as East checks in for Castillo on the 2 made free throws.
I've never seen anyone jump at the free throw line to take a free throw. Just saw Jonah Castillo do that right there.
I was watching somebody in the Division I basketball the other day warming up, taking a jump shot from the free throw line also. I was shocked. That's Carolina Correa on the right wing. Lee on Correa. No. Moved the ball around her perimeter with 8 on the shot clock. Basoria to the corner, and White steps in. Hartsfield. Basoria for 3. Air ball, and the sound of the horn.
They're going to call it a shot clock violation as opposed to the ball just going out of bounds. So either way, it's a turnover no matter how you slice it.
10 turnovers for the Hurricanes so far. Unofficial. Hugh Patterson at the table to check in as Instay to East. East puts it on the floor and hits the floor, and it's a turnover. 13th turnover for the Yetis. Basoria. As Lee is right on the Basoria. Basoria trying to go around the Griffin screen. No one working the baseline for the Canes as Hartsfield. Nice spin, Correa, and it's blocked by Instay. Lee splits the defenders, flashes through the lane, and tries to get a little love off the backboard, but she is fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Basoria wondering what she did. It's foul number 3 on Ada.
It's Basoria's back-to-back foul as she moves her ball, moves her body is what the officials were saying. We'll take a look at that, looking back and see what the call was, and I'm not sure if we can get that in the replay. And
you got to remember, PD, Carrie Lee is an 81% free throw shooter. Made the first and the second, and now she's up to double digits.
37-33. The Canes.
Been a tight ball game throughout.
Patterson couldn't connect. 37-33. Hurricanes come up short once again as East pulls down the rebound.
Correa had the three in the corner, just could not connect.
Nice feed and a nice take, but Lee couldn't connect on the layup.
A little too fast.
Looking for a foul, and Hartsfield couldn't get the foul call.
Had a good look from long range, too.
Twitty, she's fouled by Q Patterson.
Two on Q, and we will see free throws coming back after the timeout.
And we got a timeout. We're going to take it with him. You're listening to Louisburg Sports Network. 37 Yetis, 33 to the Hurricanes.
Easy, boss. It's your first round in a year.
I'm clearing too early. I'm clearing too late. My God, my swing feels like an unfolding lawn chair.
Let's go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro. They have a kind and courteous staff. Our friends from Hillsboro, Durham, and Mebane play there. And they have that great gift shop where you can buy those pink balls you like to play with. You can get your head right.
My head's never gotten in the way before.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go to Okanichi Golf Course in Hillsboro, located on Lawrence Road in Hillsboro. Call 919-732-3435.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back inside the Roger G. Taylor Arena. 4:13 left in the third period. 37-33, Yetis lead with Twitty to the line to shoot two. Twitty was 16 points at the halftime. Led all players in the scoring column, misses the first.
Twitty only a 60% free throw shooter.
The Yetis only shoot 65% as a team, so I can't imagine many players being over that percentage of Yeti players shooting in the 70s and 80s.
Nevertheless, the lead has been increased to 5, and Twitty's up to 19 points.
19 of the team's 38. Patterson wanted to take that shot off the elbow, and Patterson driving as she's fouled by Castillo. No, sorry.
It was Estella.
Estella with the foul.
She reached in from behind after Q Patterson beat her off the dribble. East now playing with fire out there, guarding very far away from the basket.
Patterson wanted that shot, got it, and got every part of the rim and the net.
Another three.
Three for the Yetis, unable to connect.
It's going to be Louisburg ball out of bounds. A big three-pointer there brings the Hurricanes within a possession. Plenty of time here for them to fight their way back, tie the game up, or take the lead.
White wanted it, goes to Patterson in the corner. No, Patterson couldn't make it 2 for 2 in the second half. East in the backcourt battling and coming out with it, Correa. And Correa gets the turnover and gets the foul and a harm as she goes back to the line, and we'll take a look at that. 2 for 2 in the second half. By Correa's in the backcourt battling and coming out with it. Correa draws the foul. Correa, and that's how we're back. Gets the turnover. That's where we are. Making the first free throw, Carolina Correa. Great defense.
Again, Correa, one of the better defenders in the entire conference. I believe that's our third steal of the game.
And we're tied at 38. 2:55 as Lee pulls out Correa. Chasing the baseline, looking for the pass. Twitty wasn't there, steps in. Twitty collapses, and the Yetis get an offensive board. East from the east side misses. And Griffin fighting in stay with a steal and a turnover and a putback.
And they stayed with it. And good awareness by her, find Twitty cutting to the basket.
We got a whistle.
Another offensive rebound by Griffin. This time forces a foul on Enstay. That's only her second. But if you can get Enstay in foul trouble, that'd also be a big help for the Hurricanes too, because Enstay, at least 6 feet tall, takes up a lot of space down low.
40-38 as Griffin misses the first. 2:22 left, Rick Russell's favorite number.
3 straight missed free throws. Make it 4.
Nice box out by Estella. Q with the steal, and that's a 15th turnover by the Yetis. And Correa baseline, and it's cut off. Back to Correa, and Correa all alone for 3. No! Off the mark, but had a nice look as Twitty fell on the post. And stay with a moving screen. The officials do not call the moving screen. Estella's shots off the mark, and White pulls down the air ball. White to Adams. Adams stops mid-range. Flushes it home.
Sweet stroke by Zamaya Adams. Found the mid-range shot, stops, pops, and drops.
This game right here is going to keep you on the edge just like it is us courtside from their home of the Louisburg Hurricanes. Twitty kiss. Oh, she doesn't use the backboard. Looked like she's going to kiss it off the window, but just finger rolls it up and little baby hook.
Yeah, Twitty fleet of foot. I mean, well above her season average today. She's averaging 11 points today. She's at 21. Heck of a ball game for number 24 in black.
Adams taking East to the hole and loses the ball off of. They have no clue. Whoa.
Official near us said it's
said
Louisburg
it's Louisburg
basketball.
ball. But the one on the baseline just walked away, says, I don't know.
He asked the official whose ball was it. He didn't see the call, so. And now we've got a substitution into the game.
(42-40). Carolina Correa over to White. High post to Griffin. Griffin with 16 on the shot clock. White puts up a 3, front off the iron, and coming down with the rebound, Ross. Lee splits the defenders, ties it up. We got a jump ball. Nice tie up. Yetis will see what they're. It's going to be 22 seconds left. Not sure why the Canes are shooting 2 free throws, but Carolina Correa ties it up at 42. try to get some explanation from the officials. And the ball stays right with the Canes. Just 14 on the clock, and baseline White for 2. We got 7 seconds. We got 1 second on the clock. And a push by Basoria. No, they said push by Carolina Correa. 44-42. Free throw by Lee. And makes one of the two. And that will be the end of the third quarter, 44-43. Hold on 1 second, though. Reset the clock. So it's going to be Canes' ball. They reset the clock to 1 because they didn't start the clock. Hey, 44-43. Patterson will inbound it. And that's the end of the third quarter, 44-43. The Yetis trail your Louisburg Hurricanes on Louisburg Sports Network. Will return.
Listen and imagine. It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mom my.
At Cardinal Family Dentistry, we are honored to serve the community of Apex by providing honest, compassionate dental care. We focus on preventative care and education to make sure all of our patients enjoy optimal dental health, and we offer judgment-free treatment if you're in need of a corrective procedure. Dr. Barker and the rest of the Cardinal Family Dentistry team want to be a resource for you when it comes to your dental health. So we always keep you well informed and offer honest guidance to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Give them a call today at 919-589-5001. That's 919-589-5001. Or visit them online at cardinalfamilydentistry.com.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this.
Welcome back, 49-47, the Yetis lead the Hurricanes. Coming into the fourth quarter of action. PD Norris, Craig Green here. Had some technical difficulties to start the fourth quarter, but we're back alive.
Coming out to break, another turnover for the Yetis.
Yetis today, turnover machine, but they've got a 2-point lead with just 8 minutes left. White all alone in a corner. Had a nice look, couldn't get the love from the rim, and it's out of bounds. Yetis come out firing away to start the fourth quarter. Down at the end of the third, and it's a 6-3 run. Nice block by Griffin as she took Ross. Nearly a travel. Griffin pulls it back out, 20 on the shot clock. Correa rushing. She needs to slow the ball down. Cross-court pass to Hartsfield. Hartsfield dropping an elbow, going up, missing a shot, looking for the foul, Craig. The foul call wasn't there.
Foul was there, the call wasn't. And now East is down on the floor and in some pain as well.
I believe East got elbowed. She is in pain on the left side, her ankle, as 7:15 on the clock, 49-47. We have the trainer headed over to help her out. That left ankle, you know, driving to the hole like that every time, Craig, when you got two defenders on you, there's a good chance of stepping on some ankles.
Yeah, it gets crowded down low underneath the basket, and luckily for East, she's up on her feet, needing a little bit of help to get off the court. We got training staff from Louisburg as well as Coach Scooter Lawrence over there to check on her. And she is visibly in a lot of pain.
Walks right in front of us, Craig, with tears coming down her face. Just imagine the pain she's going through. We both play sports. We both tore ankles up, and nothing like a bad ankle. Just like when you get our age, nothing like a bad back.
Pretty much. I mean, I've grown up playing basketball, pick up basketball a lot. I would play with air casts on my ankles because I would twist them pretty much every other game.
Carolina Correa shuffles one to Adams. Adams in trouble, but finds Hartsfield. Hartsfield should have took the 15-footer, but White on the baseline, and nothing but Yetis down low over Griffin to get the rebound. Twitty nearly travels, trying to feed Lee on the back door. Lee drives. No one stepping up on defense as Lee straight to the cup over Griffin, but around White.
And Lee up to 14 points, right around her average. Now here comes a steal by Mackenzie Ross.
Ross to Castillo. Castillo trailing and finding an in-stay. Couldn't hit the bottom of the net. She misses the easy one.
N-State has played big minutes in this game, has not scored a bucket, but she has had a big impact as well because she's really helped with the defense down low under the basket. Made things tough for the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes forcing a shoot, the perimeter shooting, and Adams off the missed shot by Correa. Nearly turns it over. Could have possibly been a turnover if the official was right there. And N-State pulls down her 11th board.
They also missed another foul. I mean, they got to ask yourself, how was Samaya Adams stumbling around like that near midcourt? She didn't do it on her own attrition.
Lee right side to Twitty. Twitty going around the screen, and Twitty drops it off to N-State, and N-State gets her first bucket.
Yeah, spoken into existence. All the hard work she's put in this game, she's finally rewarded here. About 5 minutes left.
5:11 left. Correa rifles one to White. White splits them at the top of the key, takes it to the hole, and N-State pulls down another board.
Hurricanes going cold at the wrong time.
Down by 6. Next dead ball will be our final media timeout. Yetis, Twitty. Nice take to the cup, but Griffin with a rebound off the missed shot.
Pretty fortunate there because Twitty had a good look. Timeout called by Dennis Gaskins before we get to that media timeout.
4:30 left, 53-47, Yetis lead. PD Doors Craig Green here. Craig, lot of empty trips so far for the Canes here in the fourth quarter. Not what you want if you plan on beating the Yetis.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you felt pretty good coming out of the locker room in the at the end of the second quarter, and even so much at the end of the third, you felt pretty good. But right now, you've undergone somewhat of a lull, and right now, you find yourself trailing by 2 possessions, 2 full possessions, that is. So, you've got the ball now. Coach Gaskin's going to draw up something here to undoubtedly get them at least 2 points back on this next possession.
Exactly. Down by 6 with 4:30 left in the timeout coached by Coach Gaskins. What play would you be drawn up if you're Coach Gaskins? Obviously, you're perimeter shooting. You're shooting well below your average today.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, something that you can do to draw N-State away from the basket, if you can do that. But she's been firmly planted down low and not really had any inspiration to move away from that spot. So, something you can do to maybe draw her attention away, to maybe even get her to slide over a little bit to the left or to the right to find a layup at the rim. But outside of that, just anything that's going to create an open look is what I would be drawing up.
N-State back in the game. Twitty, N-State Lee, Castillo, and Ross. For the Canes, Basoria, Adams, Griffin, Correa, and
Deja Hartsfield.
4:30 left, 6-point game. Basoria will inbound at quarter court. So reset shot clock is back to 24. The Canes with the ball.
See what they draw up here. We talked about it during the timeout. And they draw up a play.
Basoria.
And now here you go. N-State's away from the basket.
She's in the high post. But you got Lee down low on that left block. And we got a shot clock violation.
Wow. That was pretty uninspiring coming out of the timeout. 24 seconds ticked off. Not a ton of pressure from the Yetis there. Just a lot of passing around and too much indecisiveness by the Hurricanes.
Yetis were sitting there trying to watch the play as it's being ran, not even really defending no one. Basoria could have had a shot on the left wing, but one too many passes cost them 24 seconds and a shot clock violation.
Also got to wonder if there's some tired legs for the Hurricanes, too. They're kind of standing around right now.
Twitty draws the foul, and she'll shoot two as Adams with the foul. From Coach Gaskins, Adams, right now you need to put Hartsfield. Jay Clowney out there as Adams. Then you also need to put in Patterson. 3:39 left. She misses the first free throw.
That's a break right there for the Hurricanes.
Cheering squad on hand here today. This is the first game, Craig, since the winter break that we've had students here.
And they're back and they're loud and they're full force, and it's a Saturday afternoon, and we've got a nice crowd on hand for the first half of the doubleheader. But will they be treated to a victory by the Hurricanes? Can they find their way out of this deficit? Currently in a 7-point hole.
And in-state with a rebound right over Patterson. Correction, Hartsfield. Twitty hands it off to Lee. Lee's playing smart here in the second half. She's with 3 fouls in the first quarter, and she hasn't picked up no fouls here in the last 3 quarters, Craig.
Yeah, playing clean basketball, 3 on the shot clock. They gotta hurry up.
2, and they'll get the shot off, and it's in-state with the rebound and a putback.
How disheartening is that? But yeah, you talked about playing cleaner on the defensive side. You got to see the Hurricanes do that here in this final 2.5. Otherwise, they're going to lose this ball game.
Down by 8 with 2:25 left. For the corner 3, and it's nothing but nylon.
That's
Correa.
Answering the bell. She's up to 15. See that full court press once again.
Twitty. We got a timeout, Yetis.
Very close to half-court violation as Twitty's feet were pretty much over the midcourt line.
Straddling that line with 2:04 left, down by 6. This game is far from over with multiple empty possessions for the Yetis. The Hurricanes can catch themselves right back into it, shooting better from the free throw line today than the Yetis.
And we've seen here in the second half too. Free throws have kind of been an issue for the Hurricanes too. I'm looking here at Griffin, who's missed 4 free throws in the second half. It's gonna that you don't want that to play a factor here in the final 2 minutes. You'd like to see the Hurricanes just come out here and knock down bucket after bucket. But the reality of this game is it's very close and things are going to get very tight, and every possession from here on out is going to matter. You've got to play some clean defense here, get the ball back without surrendering any points.
That in-state putback off nearly a shot clock violation just puts the blade right in the center of your spine. That's her 4th point today for in-state.
Yeah, again, she's been playing super hard. Been watching her all game long. And those 4 points she's gathered here in the 4th quarter could be the difference if the Hurricanes can't find their way.
Twitty, 15-footer, had a nice look, but Griffin with the rebound. Griffin looking for help in the backcourt. They got 5 to get across the timeline, and they just do. And to the corner, and could not handle.
That one went hard off the bottom of the rim. 90 seconds to go.
See if the Yetis are going to try to dribble and try to draw the foul. Just give it right to Twitty and let her win it for the free throw line. But that's 2 misses for Twitty.
You've got to get points here. There's no mincing words about that.
Hartsfield from the corner, in and out. She doesn't follow her shot. could have followed her shot, could have got the rebound over Instay. Trapped in the backcourt. We got a jump ball.
It's going to be Yetis basketball. Final minute of the game here. Now you're going to get into that area to where you've got to get a steal, and you have to try your hardest not to foul, because any fouls are going to put Cleveland at the line.
31-29 at halftime. They get it in to White and Lee. 58 ticks left.
3 on Griffin.
The Yetis will inbound it at quarter court. Cross for their bench.
All right, Corey White coming into the game for Hartsfield.
Hartsfield had some nice looks.
Got to believe this is an offense and defensive substitution here.
Getting into Instay. Instay back out.
Oh, man. Don't know if Adams had a chance at that if she turned around and saw the ball.
Lee driving and it's stabbed out. Bodies on the floor. Who comes out with it? Griffin.
Hey, it started with Basoria sticking her hand in there and slapping the ball away from Carrie Lee, and then Scrappy on the floor.